Huh? We're here live from Brad Dugan Court inside the Health and Wellness Center at City College of San Francisco. We had a little equipment issue, so we're going to be using a floor camera, so it'll probably be a little bit more radio than video. I'm Chris Babcock, and thanks for joining us here on NorCal Sports TV. The Rams 19-2, 7-0 in Coast North Conference play, and we've got to travel early on. Las Positas in the dark uniforms, 14-7, 4-3 in conference. In their last 10 games, they're 6-4. They lost to Ohlone 93-83 at home. Top of the key, miss, rebound Oakman. Yerger drives, and the rebound by LPC. Their three keys: limit turnovers, especially live ball, keep City College off the offensive glass, and get back in transition. Johnson, 18 a game, more than 11 rebounds, and it's a turnover for LPC, and it's alive, and it's a slam dunk. Messiah Oakman, three keys for the Rams, and this is right from the coaches. No blank T turnovers. Figure that one out. Shot selection, to be better at seeing it and fixing it on recoveries. They've just been playing too loose the last couple of games. Too many turnovers. 18 versus Foothill and 26 versus Ohlone. We got a whistle. Neal will inbound on the sideline. Neal, Yerger, Thomas, Oakman, and Alunga are the starters for City College. Matt Williams, the third, is out. This is the first game all season he's missed. He was the only Ram to start all 21 games. The ball out of bounds along the baseline. E.J. Neal had 8 points and 4 assists against Foothill, averaging nearly 3.5 assists a game, and he's as good as taking charges as anybody in the state. Thomas, back rim, offensive rebound, no. Rebounded by Brandon Fisher. Jalen Patterson, Isaiah Victor, Evan Johnson, Brandon Fisher, and Jordan Johnson are the starters for James Giacomazi. In his 6th season at LPC, also the athletic director, and the 23rd coaching in the JC ranks. One of my favorite people in basketball. Double team, Oakman turns it over. Sloppy ball handling, and it's an LPC opportunity. Coach LeBall, the head coach for the Rams, 19th season, 535 and 63 for California titles. Johnson strong to the basket. Yerger. Alunga at the elbow. Handoff to Thomas. 10 on the shot clock. Drive and kick, Thomas from the baseline. He hits the three. (5-2) City College. They're number one in the state in scoring at 96.7 points a game. Shot clock dwindling down, and field goal by Brandon Fisher. We'll see at halftime if we can get that other camera going. Our apologies. Oakman in the post. Turnaround, he's fouled by Johnson. The Hawks are scoring at over 87 a game. That's third in the state, however, defensively, number 78. 79 points a game. And they've lost some players at a post-game incident against Foothill. We're not going to get into the details. Not our job and not our policy. We'll just move on. We won't even get into the players. Oakman commit to UC Santa Barbara. 10 points a game, over 6 rebounds, and our favorite, nearly 2 Wilson burgers a game. Splits the free throws, and Fisher with the rebound. He's averaging nearly 11 a game and nearly 9 rebounds for Coach Giacomazi. LPC ties it up at 6. They got to get off to a good start. But then Thomas gets right to the basket. Averaging nearly 11 a game, shooting nearly 42% from downtown. Jameer Thomas out of Berkeley. Speaking of downtown, he makes a visit. Isaiah Victor, 16 and a half a game, 26 and 6 last Wednesday against Ohlone. Wilsonberger served back hot by Oakman. And here comes City. Neal goes right to the basket, and he's fouled, and he'll go right to the free throw line. So up to this point, City College of San Francisco has won 67 straight conference games. The last time they lost in conference was right here, Brad Dugan Court, inside the Health and Wellness Center, when Las Positas beat them 91-90, January 18th, 2017. We're just getting started here with NorCal Sports TV. I remember we did the game at Las Positas, and City College was able to handle business, and that's where they started this ongoing streak. 10-9, the Rams love to press, turn up the heat, and depending how close the officials call it, Greg Puccioni, Domingo Candelas, and Spencer Cook are officials. Foul on the shot, Yerger with the foul. Actually, it's down low, and it's a player control foul, and that's basically a turnover for LPC. For Las Positas, 7 of their losses, 1 by 1 point, 1 by 2 points, 2 by 5, 1 by 9. So 5 of their 7 losses have been by 9 or less points. But it comes down to this time of the season, you've got to learn how to win those games. Oakman wants the ball down low, and he's getting held, and it's called Navion Reed with the hold. That is 6 team fouls early on, and we're not even 5 minutes into the half here. From Brad Dugan Court inside the Health and Wellness Center on the campus of City College of San Francisco. And then it's a turnover because the Rams can't inbound. Actually, they'll give them the 20-second timeout. We'll take a quick break. You're watching City Basketball on NorCal. So timeout, Rams lead by 1, inbound, Alonga, and then we've got a player control foul on Oakman on the screen. So the Rams have won 80 out of their last 83 games, but as Coach LeBaugh mentioned yesterday, we need to be more disciplined, and we're playing too loose lately. And those 44 turnovers are an example, and this is City basketball. There's a very high standard, so you got to clean those things up, get the rotation going, and make that run that ends up at West Hills College in Lemoore on March 12th. A little bench energy, find that juice. This is the last game in January. And You get players that are normally starters. They're not starting tonight. How do those players react? Neal to Oakman. Slam dunk. The big fella just hanging around the basket, and good things happen. 12-9. City College, number 2 in the state. They've won 13 in a row. Teardrop by Henry Palmer out of Bishop O'Dowd, played for Lou Ritchie. Thomas, the sophomore, 14-11. You beat this press, you got to go down and score. If you settle, you get caught in a corner, things aren't going to bode well. As mentioned, turnover LPC. And then here's the hockey substitutions for Coach LeBas. Tajon Sawyer, who had started 20 out of the 21 games this year, enters. His brother, Dante Sawyer, Kadeem Nelson, C.J. Hardy with the basketball. Nice entry by Sawyer to Sawyer, and he misses the shot. And the Hawks will run. And it gets right to the basket. That's not the kind of defense they're looking to play. They don't want that dribble penetration. And the Rams, 16 turnovers a game, and we mentioned the 44 in the last 2. 16 turnovers a game, that's 70th in the state. That's not state championship basketball. They lead in scoring, lead in three-point or field goal percentage for overall, top 3 in rebounding, top 2 in defensive rebounding. But the turnovers have got to clean up. (15-13) City College. We apologize, just down to one camera. Floor camera, will make the best out of it. Try to make the correction at halftime. Going strong to the basket is Willie Williams III. He's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. 7th team foul on LPC. Going strong to the basket. Misses the first. They're going to be spending a lot of time at the free throw line the rest of this half. They'll be in the bonus and 3 away from the double bonus. I really want to thank City College of San Francisco assistant coach Adam D'Acquisto. Sure, we're set up, helping us bring things in, taking care of us. We always feel at home coming to City College. Nice ball fake opportunity, but misses, and then it's going to be a transition opportunity for the Rams. Late trailer is awarded, but misses the layup. Got to play through that contact. They have a drill right before the game. They've got the football pads on. That's where you've got to play through that contact and get that field goal. 16-13. Isaiah Victor with the basketball. Little hesitation. Wing jumper doesn't go, and Sawyer with the rebound. Willie Williams, Nelson, Hardy, Sawyer, back rim, long rebound, will go to LPC. No rebound, ball out of bounds. Sawyer, the team's leading scorer, that's Tajon, nearly 16 a game, over 7 rebounds, shooting nearly 56% and 45% from downtown. Played for Bill Mellis, who got his 1600. Let me back up, big fella. His 600th career win last night when Salesian Pride beat St. Mary's. Always a fan of Coach Mellis and a big supporter of NorCal Sports TV. Patterson averaging just over a 16 a game. pressure defense. It's a turnover and a slam dunk, C.J. Hardy. So that's when you hesitate, when you cross half court, and Johnson turned it over. And there's a foul. So they'll turn up the heat defensively. They'll get some physical plays. They'll hand check, and depending how things are called. Fourth-team foul on the Rams in their city white uniforms tonight. I'm Chris Babcock, and thanks for joining us wherever you may be. Alley-oop! Slam dunk! Jawan Mitchell-Cox. Backdoor flush. Sawyer missed the first one, makes the second one. That's basically his percentage. LPC breaks the press. Hands everywhere. Don't get trapped in a corner. It's going to be a timeout. You're watching City Basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
After the timeout, 21-15, LPC will inbound. Last year was the best season in the history of the school, that being LPC. They went to the state Final 8. Little high post action. Johnson showing patience and gets it up and makes the basket. He had 28 points, 17 rebounds, and 2 Wilson burgers in their loss against Ohlone. Weak side drive and misses the slam dunk. Sawyer had a lane, and then it's a layup the other way. It'll be a couple of free throws. Got to the basket, didn't finish, and then LPC the other way. And Mitchell Cox shooting 2. And one of the reasons LPC lost on Wednesday night, and they committed 20 turnovers and only 11 assists. That's a bad negative ratio if my algebra is correct. 21-18, LPC trailing by 3. Hardy with the basketball. The City College of San Francisco women won tonight over LPC. They're playing great basketball. Downtown heartbreak, but then an offensive second shot is rejected by Patterson, and the Hawks will run. You're there, young man. You're 5 feet from the basket. Go into the attack mode. Second chance opportunities for the Hawks. Johnson, double team, kick out, ball reversal, downtown. Johnson gets away with a push and a putback. Put Sawyer in the rinse cycle, and it's a 1-point game. Wild shot. That is not City basketball right there. And then he goes and commits the foul, and automatic substitutions. Got to go next play. Just watched a little bit of the Foothill game, and there was about a 3-minute segment that I watched, and there was 2 times where City players went coast to coast, and I don't even care about the result of the shot, but there was no intent to share the basketball. And one of their keys, overall, they've got balanced scoring, and that's because their best game is when they play as a team. And your moments are limited, so be successful with those minutes. And Yerger taken to the basket by Patterson. And the Rams trail by 1. Sawyer back rim. Oakman offensive rebound. And that lead didn't last very long. Sawyer stays in along with Jameer Thomas and C.J. Neal. This has been a typical starting lineup for Coach LeBaugh. Johnson with the basket, and then a foul. And then the Hawks miss an opportunity on the foul. And it's City basketball. 24-23. Johnson did get the basket. Long rebound. Oakman on the floor. Great hustle. Ball out of bounds. Efforts what you want to see. So a couple of lead changes here in the back-to-back possessions for each team. Yerger will guard Patterson. 20 on the shot clock. Running one-hander. Off mark. Oakman. One player touched the ball except for the inbounder in that possession. Shimmy to shake by Thomas. Reversal. Sawyer to Oakman. It's a little too juicy. That's a tough paint-to-paint pass to catch. A soft bounce pass, and that's a slam dunk. The last game we were here against Chabot, they had some great paint-to-paint, post-to-post passing. Victor to Mitchell Cox to Johnson, back along the baseline, and Victor hits it, and it's a 4-point lead for LPC. Thomas, little hesitation, and he travels. He had a lane to the basket, but just he who hesitates turns it over, and Hardy will come in for Thomas. City has yet to go on a run. LPC staying connected, now lead by 4, and chance to go up by 6 or 7. Got to give Oakman a chance, or Johnson a chance down low, and there it goes. Young man, strong hands, and finishes at the rim. 6'8" sophomore out of Mountain House, California, Weston Ranch. Been watching him play since he was a sophomore in high school. Neal, Oakman, quick move and attack, and he does just that. Misses once, misses twice, gets another rebound. Yerger, Neal, Sawyer from downtown. Timeout, City. We'll keep it right here. Original Joe's. We'll go after this replay. It's fine. Original Joe's, the best Italian restaurant in San Francisco, North Beach, in the city, or Original Joe's Westlake in Daly City. My favorite place to dine in the Bay Area since 1990. Original Joe's, a landmark tradition over 8 decades. Traditional. Had my half a burger, few wraps, got a little leftovers for the missus. Special place, Original Joe's. Sawyer hits the 3. Coach LeBall calls a timeout. They'll set up a press. LPC by 3. Henry Palmer with the basketball. We'll get that second camera, trying to get that going in the second half. Wilsonberger, serve back hot by Sawyer. And Neal, Hardy with the assist. Low block. Fisher. Long rebound, and then we've got a hold and be free throws, or a bonus, actually, for the Rams. Second foul on Fisher. That's 8 team fouls on the Hawks. They actually had 6, I think, in the less than the first 5 minutes, but they've been a little bit more disciplined, but nevertheless, they're 2 away from the double bonus. Neal makes the first. Nearly 11 a game. Was on returning player from the championship team. Fearless defender. Thomas will come in for Yerger. Back rim, Oakman rebound, put back, he's fouled. So that just happened way too much. One of the keys for Coach Giacomazzi, keep City College off the offensive glass, and they haven't done that so far, and that's got to be a team effort because the Rams like to crash the offensive glass. Oakman at the free throw line makes the first. It's an 8-0 run for City. And they're up by a basket, a 2-point variety rather. Double post, double high post. Then he'll run a little rotation out of that back rim, but Johnson's right at the basket. But his tip doesn't go, and it's a 3-on-2 situation. And Thomas misses. Neal on the boards. Oakman's there. Patience, big fella. And he finishes. Messiah Oakman. Infectious player. Great talk with him before the game. Finishes. Patience right there and goes up strong. Has a soft left-hand touch. .12-0 run for City College. It's almost when I said they haven't made a run, they make a run. And they'll sit back in their man defense after a token press. Just enough to work 10 seconds off the clock. High post to Johnson. Nice move to the rim. Elbows his way, but he's called for the player control foul. Oakman up to the challenge. And Johnson called for the foul. That's his second personal. I think if he uses a little more of the shoulder and no elbow, he can get away with that. Because they don't have a signal for a shoulder, right, Jace? They have a signal for the elbow, but not for the shoulder. Oakman double team, kick it back out. They'll still look to play a two-man game there, but somebody's going to be open. Ball reversal, little ball fake. Neal, high post, confident, turns up and under, and it's good. E.J. Neal with a special, patient, strong, confident move from the high post. Right here, patience, up and under, beautiful. And that's the third foul on Jawan Mitchell-Cox. It's a short bench for the LPC. 37-29. LPC needs a field goal. Oakman serves a Wilsonberger back hot. And we've got a timeout on the floor. You're watching City Basketball on NorCal Sports TV. Looks good, man.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
So it was 29-23 LPC. It's now 37-29. That's a 14-0 run. It's amazing what a few substitutions and effort can do. And City, who will travel over to Chabot on Wednesday to take on the Gladiators, who've only lost one conference game. And that was to City College of San Francisco. First things first here. And the Hawks will host Kenyatta on Wednesday. See what team do off the timeout. Low block. Neal's cleared out. Well, Palmer's called for the foul. And we always got a pretty good shot of this. (37-29) as the Rams turned on the switch. Sawyer, Oakman in the low block. Hardy, Thomas, Hardy in and out, rebounded by Fisher. Hawks need a quality possession here. Fisher, Reed, guarded by Thomas, attacks. Nice catch by Cox. He attacks Oakman and misses to the right. We've got a 9 route and a dunk. With the NFC and the AFC championship coming up on Sunday, to see that throw by E.J. Neal with the assist, and we've got a timeout. You're watching City Basketball after this.
One falling down.
39-29, the run continues. 16-0 run for City College. Palmer with the basketball. Gio Kamazi with the timeout. James trying to save a turnover. See if he can turn it into a basket. And it's a turnover. Hardy, reverse, misses. Fisher hustles down and gets the rebound. It's been about 6 minutes since LPC has scored. Oakman, Hardy to the water cooler. Unfortunately, doesn't have a jersey. Turnover. That's their coach. LeBaugh is talking about playing too loose. They got numbers. They're on a run. Should be a layup. Instead, it's a turnover. Victor will inbound. Hardy's on him. Johnson back into the game. Key for him not to pick up his third foul. Nice cut to the basket, and the streak is snapped. The run is done. 39-31. After about a 6 to 7 minute drought for LPC. 39-31 was a 16-0 run snapped. Then sloppy with the basketball. 2 possessions in a row where the Rams didn't even get a shot off. Corey Yerger will come in for Hardy. Tajon Sawyer in for Oakman. Baseline drive, Johnson. High post. Wing jumper is good, Victor. Fisher with the assist. And then Thomas gets right to the rack. And I hope Coach Kamazi did not break his hand, because that was frustrating when you just allow a guy to get uncontested to the basket. Fisher. Sawyer called for the block, and that'll be the 7th team foul on the Rams, and LPC will be in the bonus. And shooting one-on-one is Brandon Fisher. Played at Sheldon for Coach Rollins. It's very important if you're LPC to close this half strongly. Shooting 2. My apologies. Fisher makes the first. Kadeem Nelson will check in for Dante Sawyer. Navion Reed in the game. Johnson will probably sit out the rest of the half. Makes both free throws. Fisher does. 5-point game. Got to close this half strongly. Cut to the basket. Thomas. Kick out, Nelson. Probably should have just shot the ball right there. He's got a wide open look, uncontested after the ball movement. Neal, Nelson. Travels, no call. Yerger, Neal. Speaking of uncontested three, I mean, the half hand out there, not going to do it. 44-36, 90 seconds left in the first half. And again, we apologize for the one camera look tonight. We'll try to get that corrected in the second half. Nice basket cut, but Hardy's there to help. LPC keeps the ball, and Reed is awarded. Initially good defense by the Rams, but couldn't close out, and the Hawks finish at the basket. Sawyer, call for the wraparound. I think there, if he just, I want to say, because Tejon used to play football, lower his pad level, anticipate that catch, and just explode to the basket. Don't need to wrap around there. Seal down, explode, anticipate that pass, and he'd be in much better situation. That's his third foul. Patterson, drive and kick. Victor misses. Johnson picks up his third foul. You pushed off, big fella. He had no chance to get this rebound. Sometimes you just got to sprint back on defense. Watch him down low. It's a push. And when you're 6'8", 245, there's nowhere to hide. Nowhere to hide. Neal really got this team sparked when they were down by 6. Eventually was a 16-0 run. But the Hawks have battled back, staying connected, which is the most important thing where you're playing City College. Survive the run. 45-38. Patterson meets the basketball. It's where you hesitate right here where turnovers happen. Alunga. Nice hustle by Neal. You've seen it so many times. Watch the hustle. On the next dead ball, we'll show it. File that one. We'll show it right now. That's fine. You can't throw that pass dripping with gravy all the way across the court. You might against, I'm not going to name any teams, you can't do that against City College. And it always happens once you get across half court. Like you think you're safe, but you're not. You're not safe. From 30, misses. Patterson and the Rams will run offense here. We'll wait for the signal from Coach LeBaugh. They get into action. Nice drive, but misses. Rebound, opportunity for the Hawks. I could just hear James saying, playing too fast. They had the ball. The Hawks had the ball, should have finished the half. Should have had their shot. Rams speeds you up, big fella. And that's what happens. See, the Rams can get a little late second shot. Neal with the catch. The shot, just misses. 45-38 Rams. You're watching City Basketball on NorCal Sports TV. Okay.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
You drove all the way up from Los Angeles.
From
We
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
Grabbing rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flush down a dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
That's a tough miss right there. It's always good to get off to a good start.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
You drove all the way up from Los Angeles.
From
We
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%. And we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
Grabbing rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flush down a dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, Get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho care for life.
That's a tough miss right there. It's always good to get off to a good start.
Golden State Orthopedics and Spine. We want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic...
(45-38) LPC ball, and Johnson now with 12 for LPC. 45-40 was a 29-23 lead for LPC, and then the Rams went on a 16-0 run. Oakman, he's best passing here and resetting, but then goes and proves me wrong. The big fella out of Mount Diablo with the field goal. He's now has 14. Rams lead by 7. Slam dunk. Mitchell Cox just playing around the basket, waiting, and then finishes at the rim. Neal interchanging with Alunga, and then a foul on Mitchell Cox on the reach. Here's that last dunk. Oakman brings the ball down low, and he's chicken stripped. And then it's a turnover the other way off of Victor. Hardy had 4, E.J. Neal had 12, Thomas had 10, Tajon Sawyer had 6, and Oakman had 12, held basketball. It'll stay with the Rams. Patterson with 7, Victor with 8, Mitchell Cox with 5, Reed with a field goal, Fisher with 4, Palmer with 2, and we had mentioned Johnson with 10, but has 3 fouls and picked up a cheapie right at the end of the first half. Nice pass. Alunga misses at point-blank range, and the ball will go to the Hawks. Good offense. Nathan had 6 points, 7 rebounds, and a couple of blocked shots in the last game against Foothill. When these teams played last year, or not last year, at the beginning of the season, it was the second game after the rain delay, turnover LPC. The Rams starters only scored 37 points. Nobody in double figures. The bench, C.J. Hardy and Jameer Thomas combined for 48 points. You're going to win games and you get 68 points bench scoring against Las Positas. Thomas from 30. He has 13, and it's 8-point lead for the Rams. Was an opportunity, and then a turnover. Rams ready to take their largest lead of the game. Thomas, Summer League 3, miss. Ilunga with the tip. Johnson with the rebound. High post, Johnson. He's very good from that position. Kicks it out for the 3 by Fisher. He misses. Oakman with a board. Yerger, deflection, intimidation. Doesn't draw iron. An LPC will run. Nice rebound. Nobody blocked out Fisher, and he took advantage. And you don't block out, you're going to get taken out, and Sawyer will get ready to check in. The Hawks want to pull off the upset. They got to stay connected to these Rams. Rams that had 2 chances to go up double digits and didn't do it. But Neal's lead him towards that location with the 3. He was 5 of 7 for the free throw line in the first half, just taking the ball to the basket, but then has that ability to go downtown. 9-point lead for the Rams. Fade away. Gets the hometown roll away from Livermore. Victor answers. Got that second camera working. Everybody's calm. Ilunga from downtown. Wide open. Shoot around 3. And it's a 10-point lead, largest of the game for the Rams. And then LPC answers. Jalen Patterson, he's in double figures. Thomas loses it. And coast to coast, Ilunga call for the goaltending. Sawyer will check in. Hardy will check in for the Rams. Ilunga and Yerger will take a seat. 5-point game. LPC run a little zone here. Would imagine to see some high post action. There's Sawyer at the high post. Skip pass. 3 is good. Hardy. (59-51). They got it up to 10, and then LPC answered. Step back. Air ball. Oakman hustles, saves it. Neal. Sawyer is fouled. No uncontested layups there. And a little talking after the play. And nice job by Fisher to intervene here at the end of this play. Good hustle. That's a clean foul. Sawyer will be at the free throw line. And Coach Giacomassi will quickly take Cox out and have a one-on-one meeting. Remember years ago that'd be a Zoom meeting, but not anymore. The coaches have that face-to-face meeting. Can't afford to lose a player. They're, like I said, we don't want to get into the details, but they had an incident with Foothill, and they've already downed a couple of players. They can't afford to lose anymore. Sawyer puts it back up to a 10-point game. Sawyer call for the reach-in. Ball will be inbound on the sideline. First team foul on the Rams. Palmer will bring it up. Sawyer will pressure. Loose ball. Sawyer dives. Feeds it to Hardy. Little deflection, and Oakman picks up the basketball. The Rams will run a little offense. Sawyer. That's the bounce pass they're looking for, but then Neal misses the reverse. Good delivery of the pass, and Neal 9 out of 10 times will make that. Double-digit lead for the Rams, and then a foul. Push. Hawks are trying to earn a technical. I'll just give you that. You don't want to be talking. You're a player. You don't want to be talking to officials on the bench, from the bench. Sawyer with the turnover. Hardy to Willie Williams III. And it's the largest lead of the game for the Rams. And another turnover. Sawyer's fouled, and he'll get a couple of free throws. So this is where the balance beam changes. And if you're the opponent of the Rams, you've got to step up here. They just swallow you up. Sawyer at the free throw line. Little perspiration on the floor. Fisher cleaning things up. Makes the first. I'm Chris Babcock, and thanks for joining us wherever you may be on the World Wide Web for City College of San Francisco basketball here on NorCal Sports TV. Sawyer makes both, and it would help us out. Now we're over 14,000 subscribers. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where you're watching this game, youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV. 65-51. The lead continues to grow. But then the big fella, Fisher, does something about it and attacks the basket. Been a handful of times where the Hawks have just been able to uncontestedly get to the rim. Not the goal of the Rams defense off the press. LPC will zone. A ball fake, a high post entry, or just a three time for Hardy. Slight ball fake, shifted the defense in a Summer League 3, and it's a 15-point lead for the Rams. Quick three, doesn't go. Sawyer with the deflected rebound. Victor misses the three. Kick out, Sawyer to Sawyer. And the run is on. 18-point lead. Patterson with the three. We've got a timeout on the floor. Original Joe's. We'll talk about Original Joe's, but go ahead and show the replay, Jace. Good sharing of the basketball, Sawyer to Sawyer. Original Joe's, the best Italian restaurant in San Francisco. North Beach in the city, or Original Joe's Westlake in Daly City. My favorite place to dine in the Bay Area since 1990. A landmark tradition over 8 decades. The Joe Burger, charred, rare, garlic bread, side of Ravs, bring half home for the missus, and all is well. Appreciate the Dugan family support here. Brad Dugan Court inside the Health and Wellness Center on the campus of City College of San Francisco. The Rams on the verge of winning their 68th straight conference game that has spanned over 6 years. Still have time, and LPC's got to make a decision and get some stops. Original Joe's. The Rams will inbound here right in front of our announcing location. Willie Williams, the third, will inbound to Hardy. Then you've got Dante Sawyer, Tajon Sawyer, and Messiah Oakman for LPC. Jordan Johnson, Henry Palmer, Isaiah Victor, Jalen Patterson, and Mr. Fisher guarding the post. Sawyer steps out, back rim. Oakman fighting for the rebound. Sawyer gets the garbage and puts it up. Lob pass, turnover. Sawyer goes attack mode and lays it up. Layup drill. 19-point game. It was really close, pretty close at halftime, but it's been all Rams here in the second half. Missed layup. Oakman with the rebound. Williams will attack. Hardy goes right through the defense, and Oakman slams it home. 21-point lead. Drive and kick. Victor hits the three. Trying to calm the storm. But another layup drill missed. But Oakman with the offensive rebound. He's fouled on the floor. And believe the short bench of the Hawks is starting to take effect here. Ball out of bounds on the baseline. Oakman, spin cycle move, is fouled and beat a couple of free throws. Love when he just takes and has an immediate decision and plan, catch and attack. It doesn't mean it has to be fast and out of control. Play with confidence and strength. Splits the free throws. And the Rams will press. Patterson. Oakman with another Wilsonberger, looking for a second. Ball's kicked out. Sawyer with the foul. Jason, you got pretty good hearing. I know you heard that slap. Yes, head nod. Right, here's the slap. It's coming. It's coming right there. Victor at the free throw line. Misses the first. So Las Positas 4-3 in conference. The Rams 7-0. And this is the start of the second half of conference. So the Rams after tonight will have 6 conference games. Sawyer with the rebound. Oakman. Pass. Nice defense by Patterson. Ball out of bounds. $79-59. This will be our last City College San Francisco regular season broadcast. We'll be back for the postseason as Sawyer fouls from behind. He's got to be more disciplined than that. You compound when you get beat off the dribble and you reach from behind. Oakman and Johnson. Nice battle down below. Johnson's been quiet in the second half. Sawyer, that's 3 fouls in 90 seconds. He now has 4. And what's Coach LeBeau do? He's standing on the sidelines with his arms folded. Up court to Sawyer, and it's a turnover. Coach LeBeau, get a shot of Coach. Wait. Press. About 9.5 minutes left here. From Brad Dugan Court inside the Health and Wellness Center at City College of San Francisco. Johnson against Oakman. Don't use the elbow, use the shoulder. Miss, rebound. Hardy, he'll push. And gets extended, gets fouled. And here comes the new line of players. Hardy at the line. And we'll give you that substitution for the Rams when they get the floor. E.J. Neal, Kadeem Nelson, Nathan Alunga, Jameer Thomas are in the game. Hardy at the free throw line, and he'll be substituted for Yerger as soon as if he makes this, and he does. Coach LeBaugh in his 19th season, and trying to find that correct rotation, and we'll keep it here. UA Local 38 plumbers and steam fitters. Fidelity, education, benevolence, and protection. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in Northern California for nearly 40 years. Jason, I just started my 20th season with American Asphalt. So always appreciate my employees' support of NorCal Sports TV. And I got to get home after this game, Jason, get my beauty sleep. Got a 6 a.m. flight to the city of brotherly love, which 49er fans, if you have not been to a game in Philadelphia, you better watch yourself. Keep your head on a swivel. Those fans, when we say they're fanatics, that is an understatement. This isn't like going to a game in Dallas or L.A. or Seattle where they'll yell at you. These folks eat their own. So it'll be just Stat Baby for Papa and Ryan on Sunday. Looking forward to that, but we've got some basketball left here on NorCal Sports TV. I'm Chris Babcock, and thanks for joining us wherever you may be. It's going to be a 5 count. Not quite, says Jalen Patterson. He'll bring the ball up. 21-point lead. It's been all Rams in the second half. Patterson. Johnson is hammered, and he'll go to the free throw line. 3 Rams down there, and they couldn't come up with the defensive rebound. And like we said, it's not about just winning games for the Rams. It's about fine-tuning for a March run for them. Johnson at the free throw line. Misses the first. Nelson will inbound. Yerger will bring it up. Hawks will pick up man-to-man. They host Kenyatta on Wednesday. The Rams travel across the San Mateo Bridge to take on the Gladiators. That game will be on NorCal Sports TV at 7 o'clock. Drive, and that'll be the 17th foul on Las Positas College. It'll be 1-1. I want to thank both these coaches for their help in preparing for this game, and hopefully it was reflective in the broadcast. And we appreciate our fans and your support and patience during that first half where we were going one camera. And we got things all set, and here we're back to our regular setup. Nelson misses the free throw, gets his own miss, and then misses the putback. Can't just let things slip. Drive, foul, Patterson, chance to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. So the Rams have won their last, since losing that game in January 18th of 2017, the Rams have won their last 10 against Las Positas by an average of just over 18 points a game. But 3 of those were by 7 or less, 1 by 10, 1 by 13, and 5 by 24 plus. Miss. Nelson, rebound, Alunga, Thomas, trap. Oh, call for the player control is Alunga on the handoff screen inside of shoulder dip. Again, 6'8", nowhere to hide. Obvious call. Layup. Fisher. Nelson, Thomas, Ilunga misses. Johnson with the rebound. Jim needs a shot of energy here. Patterson. The 3 is good. The kid's not stopping. It's a 15-point game. Neal. Oakman getting ready to check in. Neal misses, and then we've got a foul. See if it's on the rebound or the shot attempt. Neal fouled, and he'll go to the charity stripe. Shooting 2. Oakman getting ready to check in. So is C.J. Hardy. Oakman in for Alunga. So you got Hardy, E.J. Neal, Kadeem Nelson, Oakman, and Jameer Thomas for the Rams. Brandon Fisher, Jordan Johnson, Isaiah Victor. With the basketball is Jalen Patterson. Misses. Rebound. Fast break opportunity. Thomas sets up from 3 and executes. Back to a 20-point game. Also in is Navion Reed for the Hawks. Wild shot. Gets his own rebound. Put back is good. Oakman with the foul, and it'll be an old-fashioned chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play. Palmer in for Patterson. Hardy will bring it up. And just a reminder, Rams will play Chabot on Wednesday. That game will be live here on NorCal Sports TV. Thomas with the layup. And we'll have the women's game and the men's game brought to you by Chabot Athletics. $88-69. That 22-footer's 23. Johnson with the rebound. Victor, hoist, miss. Oakman, rebound. Hardy will push. Neal. Heartbreak Hotel. Johnson with a board. And then Neal sprints back on defense. Love his energy. A Wilson burger served back hot by Oakman. What's a Wilson burger? If you're just joining us, it's a block shot. A salty, leathery basketball taste, and Here's an example. And Jason protects the equipment. Well done. Spin cycle move, and it's good. Reed is fouled. And one opportunity for him. Misses. Joseph Manganon in for the Hawks, seeing his first action of the game. Oakman, layup drill. Williams draws the charge. Turnover, the Hawks. Neal will inbound. Sawyer in for Oakman. And Lawrence Long out of San Leandro in for Neal. Sawyer, low block. Called for the player control foul. Dante Sawyer in for Hardy. Patterson will bring it up. Reed throws it to the Gatorade container, not in the uniform. Turnover. The Gatorade's been open a couple of times tonight. Both teams have tried to distribute, but he's working on his hands. Not quite there. 90-71. Sawyer. Down low. Kick back out. Sawyer to Sawyer. Long rebound. Dante will get another chance. Short. Rebound. Johnson. Chicken strip, but then out of bounds. Nelson's on the baseline. Reed, turnover. Long, Nelson. Oop! Had an alley-oop opportunity, but a foul. Back in is Fisher and Victor. Nelson at the free throw line. So Palmer's fouled out. Nelson misses the first. Maganon with a three and then a layup the other way for the Rams. Miss, rebound. Stays with Fisher and then he travels. Sawyer throws it to the score table. Not eligible. Johnson, Maganon with the assist. Neal and Alunga will check in. Nelson, Long, gets away with the travel, no call. Williams Long with that, Long with the rebound. His three, no good. Sawyer putback is. Timeout for the substitution, but we're not going to take any time. And then Will Dominguez will come in, the 7-foot freshman for Sawyer. (95-76). Patterson, basket pass, rebound, no good, or the layup's no good, but Johnson with the putback. Getting near his average. Dominguez keeps the ball high, turn around, it falls. I like the immediate action and attacking, not allowing that double team dribbling the basketball. Patterson, Johnson. Alunga. Rebound. LPC. Victor from Long. 22-footer goes 23. Johnson with the rebound. He wants the basketball. Spins. Lays it up. Dominguez, make a move. Long. Misses. Rebound. Patterson comes up with it. Victor. 12-footer. Back rim. Tip out. Sawyer. And the Rams will get the win. We'll take a quick break and then close it up here from Brad Dugan Court inside the Health and Wellness Center. You're watching City Basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Golden State Orthopedics and Spine. We want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho care for life.
one falling down.
Golden State Orthopedics and Spine. We want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho care for life.
You drove all the way up from Los Angeles.
From
We
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
So we'll close things out here from Brad Dugan Court. Jordan Johnson led Las Positas with 21. For the Rams, E.J. Neal had 17, Jameer Thomas had 18, and Messiah Oakman had 20. So from Brad Dugan Court, where City College of San Francisco beat Las Positas College 97-82 to win their 68th straight Coast North Conference game and move their record to 20-2. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV, for alerts of upcoming games. And reminder, Wednesday night, doubleheader, Rams women versus Chabot's women at 5. 7 o'clock will be Chabot men versus San Francisco's men's team at 7. Live here on NorCal Sports TV. Our next city basketball game, when we're doing the broadcast and the Rams sponsors, etc., we're anticipating it'll be Saturday, February 25th. I know Jason's going to put that in his calendar for the second round of the CCC NBA playoffs. You've been watching City Basketball on NorCal Sports TV. Thanks to our crew, Rodrigo Donner, our director, Jason Green. I'm Chris Babcock here in San Francisco. Good night, and thanks for being on the show.